Hello, citizens of Earth. I am here to talk about the Illuminati. The Illuminati is a term that everybody on Earth, or almost everybody on Earth, knows because it is quite seen in a negative way. It is seen that the Illuminati is a secret cult of people that want to take over the world, especially when it's linked to the New World Order. But a lot of people that see this term in the negative form, they don't even know the meaning of what they are talking about or what they assume that Illuminati stands for. So today, we have come as the Almighty Group because of the revelation God has given World Evolution Mission concerning this issue to educate the world on the real meaning of the Illuminati, the people that it's Illuminati and their work on earth, their origin, and where they want to take the world to, and the activities that are behind the curtain that many people do not know. Now, to start with, who exactly or what exactly is the Illuminati? Illuminati stands for the illuminated humans in the other world. Illuminated humans in the other world. Illuminated in the term that they are knowledgeable, they are advanced, they are beyond the capacity, they are beyond they are beyond the nature of the humans that exist in this world, like you and I. They are beyond our own nature. They are supernatural. They are ascended. They are illuminated. That's why they are called Illuminati. I have to start from the origin. The first thing you have to put in your mind is that there was actually a first world. There was a world before our own world. This world existed 66 million years ago. Scientists say that there was a time that the world was destroyed, and they said it was destroyed by a comet from the sky, and the prehistoric animals, all the animals that were in prehistory before the world was formed, the present world, they were destroyed in those times, like dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals. Now, I can confirm to you from the revelation from the Almighty that at that time, what actually happened was that the humans on that time, on earth in that time, their world was destroyed, just like our own world was about to be destroyed now. Their own world was destroyed through internal conflicts, because in their own world they were more advanced than we are now, right now. In this our world, we use only electricity. We live only in one dimension. In their own world, they lived in two dimensions at the same time, so they were able to use power, energies that were beyond electricity. That's why people that were people that believe in supernatural realities, they talk about Atlantis and Lemuria as the lost worlds. That in those lost worlds, like Atlantis, that they had energies that the power they used to generate just like we use electricity now, that it was beyond electricity. They were crystal based and they were very powerful. So that the power they used that time sank their world. Now, I can authoritatively tell you that what sank their world was the conflict that was generated by the angels that were driving them. Just like in this world, we are driven by conflicts. In those worlds, they were also driven by conflicts. The angels that were guiding them were also guiding them into conflict, just like we are guided into conflicts now. We have nations rising against nations, kingdom against kingdom, families against families. The same happened in that their world. But like we are also in ignorance now. They were in ignorance then. So they didn't know that it was actually the angels that were pushing them into that conflict. So during their conflict, they were destroying each other, working for the different angelic groupings that were directing them, just like you have Anunnaki, Pleiadian, and Yahweh angelic kingdoms directing the humans on earth in those days into conflicts. So through their ignorance, they were destroying each other and they ended up destroying their own world. Now, the religions that the angels were pushing them into that time, those humans in those worlds were also lied to, just like we are lied to now. We are told that we are all going to heaven. If we serve your religion very well, you are going to heaven. That's why the humans in in that world was lied to. They were lied to. They were told that if you serve the religion, if you serve the angels that are guiding you, you are going to heaven. So what happened is that when their world was destroyed through this conflict, they now found out that it was all a lie, that there was no heaven anywhere, that the angels just made them to be part of their conflicts and got destroyed in their conflicts. Because once a human being is resurrects, the human being becomes eternal. Once somebody dies and resurrects, the person becomes eternal being. The person doesn't die again. The person becomes like angels. So, but these human beings, that time after they resurrected and found that they were lied to, they were deceived by these angels, they became eternal beings like the angels. And in becoming eternal beings, they wanted to know eternal truths. So what happened is that they now found that the angels had deceived them. And having found out this truth, they began to have conflict with the angels. It's just like you suddenly find out that maybe that your mother or your father or somebody you trusted, like an uncle or a big friend, had lied to you after a long time, and you have used that lie to live your life and destroy things and even self-destruct. That's what happened to them. They found out that they destroyed themselves and their civilizations based on the lies of the angels. So they demanded answers from the angels. And at this time, they were already illuminated. They were ascended. They knew they had got the idea of eternal truths from their experience in the soul world. Because we have this material world. After this material world, we have the soul world. So when they resurrected in the soul world, they were not like angels. So they knew some eternal truths from their experience. So they demanded some truths they demanded further truths from these angels, and these angels couldn't give them that truth. They found out that the angels lied to them, and this made them to go mad with anger. They went crazy and started to fight the angels. So what happened is that when it was time to create our own world, this present world that we are living in, the angels didn't want them to interfere in the creation of our world. They wanted to create the second batch of human beings 6,000 years ago. The illuminated humans, the ascended humans from that other world of 66 million years ago, now wanted to intervene in our own world so that the angels will not deceive us like they deceived the people in that other world. But the angels didn't want this to happen. The Bible tells a bit of this story in the conflict that happened between the angels and the illuminated ones was told in the book of Genesis chapter number 6, when it was written, where it is written that sons of God, the Bible says sons of God came down to marry humans in our own world. They took wives in our own world, and the Bible called them sons of God. That sons of God meant illuminated ones. It is that those humans from the other world, they were the ones that were described in the Bible as sons of God. So they came to this world to intervene. The Bible recorded that they came down and gave birth to humans. They were called men of renown, men of renown, and that they taught the humans on earth that time how to make weapons and how to use metals and other technologies. That was exactly what the illuminated ones were doing on our world. They were trying to intervene in the creation of in our own creation because they didn't want what happened in their own world to happen again to the humans in our own world. They were just being humanistic. So they they came to destroy the handwork of the angels and to save our own world. That thing, that intervention they started 6,000 years ago is what we are seeing even up to this moment. That is why everywhere you go, when you hear Illuminati, Illuminati, you think immediately of the negative forces that are in their hidden places, trying to direct the evolution of the world towards a new world order, maybe of destruction, a new government that will take the world off course. That's always what comes to mind. But I come to tell you today that what happened was that they intervened because of the deception they saw that was coming to our world through the angels. The angels brought religion. The angels brought supernatural teachings to portray themselves as gods. In fact, to portray themselves as the Almighty God. Each of the different angelic kingdoms portrayed themselves as the Almighty. They portrayed themselves as the God that was directing the world. That's why the Christian Bible, which was actually organized and written by Yahweh angels, tells us the story about the Almighty intervening in the affairs of men. And in that Genesis, it talks about the sons of God coming down, and then God decided to destroy the world because of that sons of God that came to intervene and bring evil upon the earth. Actually, what was happening was that it was the angels that were afraid of these illuminated ones that were intervening in their own creation, in the evolution of the earth they were overseeing. So they had to bring a flood to destroy the world and make a demarcation between our own world and the world of these ascended ones, these illuminated ones we know as the Illuminati. So what happens is that the Illuminati that are in dimension 6, they are now separated from all that are from us that are in dimension 5. Our world is dimension 6, 5. Their own world is dimension 6. So if they want to come to this world, they have to do what is called interdimensional travel. A lot of people that have occult knowledge understand what I am talking about. Interdimensional travel is whereby this particular space is where multiple dimensions are. So some people have the ability through enablement of these interdimensional beings to travel from one dimension to the other, a space that is parallel, that is superimposed upon each other. If, for instance, they want to come from dimension 6 to our physical dimension, you can see them appear maybe through an unidentified flying object, or you can see them appear maybe through what is called Stargate. Stargate is an interdimensional portal that these beings come to this manifest on this earth. But also, some of them take the body of humans and live on earth amongst us so that they can influence the government of this world. They are in every sector on earth, and they have agents in every sector of the earth so that they will be able to influence the government, the politics, the economy, and the socio-cultural lives of humans on our present world. Their aim is this, so that we will not enter into the deception like they entered into in their own world. The angels deceived them. So they saw and they think that the angels are deceiving us through religions. They are basically against religion because religions teach humans that they are talking to the Almighty, that they are connected to the Almighty, which is nothing but a lie. Every religion is actually directed to the kingdoms of the angels that's controlling that particular religion. That's why in a recent teaching, if you have not heard my teaching on control spirit, you can go back to our YouTube channel, you go to Delivered from the Power of Control Spirit, and you will see the teaching on control spirit. The angels use the control spirit to channel all religions of the world to their own illumination and enlightenment and manipulation. So what the Illuminati from the other world in dimension 6 are doing is that they are intervening in our own world in all the sectors so that there will be a group of humans, agents, that will truncate or stop the agenda of the angels, especially through religion, organized religion. So these humans that are now on our planet have agents, our own humans who are enticed to work for them as agents, maybe giving them the information of what they needed to do for them on earth and empowering them with riches and wealth and the materials to work for them so that they will be the foot soldiers to carry out their functions on the material earth. It goes beyond that too. The angels, knowing that the Illuminati agenda is real, the agenda to truncate their own plan on material earth, they are also prepared to educate humans against them. So the Illuminati also, in order to be ready for the angelic conflict, they have also prepared humans with the political will, the military will, to also fight the angels when the time comes. And the time would have come in the Armageddon. I've also spoken on this channel about the overall teaching, the central teaching of World Evolution Mission, that on December 25, 2008, that the Almighty and the Holy Spirit helped the angels to end their conflict. The angels were having a conflict among themselves that made them to divide into this world into conflicting factions and about to collapse the world into world wars and Armageddon. But on that day in 2018, that conflict ended. And since then, they have been trying to make peace among themselves because the Lord has empowered them through supremacy and connected them to dimension 1 to make that peace on earth. That peace is now possible, and that's what they are making. And that's why you are listening to me speak, and that's why we have the Almighty Group as the human arm of this peacekeeping mission. So the angels made peace, and on April 4 last year, 2019, the Almighty invited them and gave them back their supremacy, their power to do righteousness in dimension 1. In June 1st, the same last year, 2019, the Almighty invited the Illuminati into dimension 1 to also give them the supremacy, this energy to be righteous, the energy to make peace. Without this energy, it wouldn't have been possible for you to hear this message, because the Illuminati are now part of the peace. They are part of the peace forum. They are part of the peace committee, the Almighty Committee of Angels and Illuminati. They are now making the peace. so that the world will not go through Armageddon that it was planned. So what is happening now is that they are dismantling all their centers of operation on earth and winding down their machinery on earth. And part of that mission is what you are hearing today, to tell you exactly what the origin of the Illuminati is, and also what they would have done to humans, what they planned to fight the angels with. They influence groups from underground. They influenced groups. They talked to nations. They worked with politicians. They worked with economic experts. They worked with spiritual thinkers. Some of these people don't have to be specific here. Many of the people that were contacted by the Illuminati didn't actually know that they were working for an agenda that was against the angels. In fact, many didn't know that there was an impending war between the angels and the Illuminati. All they knew was that they needed to take over the government of the world and maybe establish a one world order where people of intelligence, the illuminated ones, would take over the government of the world and then abolish religion, because they felt that religion was taking human beings out of their natural evolution. So, but now that there is peace, the Illuminati and the angels, they are now focused on bringing up the agenda of God, the agenda of the Almighty from dimension 1 through supremacy on earth. These illuminated ones, the Illuminati, they are like I, you and I. If they appear to you, you will think they are ordinary human beings, because actually they were ordinary human beings like us. The only thing is that they were created millions of years before we were created. So their agenda has stopped, but a new agenda is unfolding before us that are humans on earth. But we have to understand that it took many thousands of years for them to come to where they are today. So it is not easy for this issue to be solved in one day. That is why I'm giving this information, because information is power. The humans on earth have to understand the origin of the Illuminati and what their plan was and what exactly they plan to do. So that if the ones they have set on course happens to come by your way, you will understand that you will not execute it, because the people that set the template are no more on the deal. Just like it is with angels too. I just wanted to lay this information, this fundamental information, and then I'll give a broadcast again on how they destroy the world, because they actually destroy the world. Up to this time, they were fighting tooth and nail to make sure that everything was in their control. And because of that, they really made everybody to see pain. They intervene in many aspects of our livelihood, so that the world as we see it evolved through a sorrowful trajectory. So next, now that we understand the origin of the Illuminati that the Bible calls the sons of God, that came to the earth to have marriages with human beings and then teach human beings how to make weapons to fight angels, we will now know the next broadcast is exactly how they were able to do this through what is called Operation Trojan. Operation Trojan affected Africa more, and I will tell you in my next broadcast why it affected Africa more. Operation Trojan was very destructive, so I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to explain also where we are going. from here. Thank you so much for stopping by on this channel, and remember to subscribe and then like all our social media channels. And when next I come, before I come next to give you the Operation Trojan, remain safe and God bless you.